we have game 2 of Chloe Box against Darthnoob, where Darthnoob is 1-0. And we have another Olaf mirror. We have Chloe on the left with the gray sky against Darthnoob in the right in the blue moon.
It's kind of funny to think about how Olaf technically counters Olaf. Because while the global damage is what people usually think about, the snow is also another huge factor to why games would go a certain way. But Olaf just ignores the penalty of snow. And I'm surprised we haven't seen the Drake and a City Skip as well.
This is some Chloe Box gaming right here. Already a City Skip, maybe trying to go for this. No, I think she's trying to rush the Mountain City.
I think the Mountain City is a lot safer.
Yeah, and this one is very contested. If you don't get it early, it's hard to flip. And I think later on, it's more favored towards this base rather than this one. So that's going to ensure that she gets the city. There's no way for Darthnoob to interrupt it. Maybe catching him a little bit off guard. Hopefully it doesn't delay or affect Chloe Box's tank order. I'm not sure what the tank order is on this map.
One of two things happens when it comes to city skipping. Either they have something planned out, or they are just being really greedy and it falls apart. But at this caliber of a tournament, I feel like almost every time we see some sort of city skip, it is absolutely calculated.
For sure. I mean, there's a few out there that still do things out of vibes, you know? There's a few players.
Yes. Yes. So looks like at the bottom here, Chloe Box is contested when they try to capture the city. They're probably going to do the same thing. Darthnoob is probably going to do the same thing, capture that city behind the mountain. But if they choose not to, then Darthnoob has the chance to interrupt the caps by either of those two cities on the lab. So we'll see. We have the first tank coming from Darthnoob on that top side. So let's see how Chloe Box responds here.
Oh, I think actually this city skip is going to affect Chloe Box's funding, because she's going to spend 9k this turn, leaving her with 1, and then she's going to get 7, so that's going to leave her at 8. So she can do the tank chain for the ABBA, but she's going to have to base skip. So maybe it's worth it, but she can forego this capture with this guy, put it over here to then contest this city from the mountain, while this guy goes to like capture this or something.
That is true. There's also the potential for artillery, unless they planned an artillery opening.
For sure.
If they built an artillery now, the next turn they could have a tank. So, looks like Chloe Box is gonna they go for the infantry and
and actually not sending this one towards the back. That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe that. Oh man, that middle infantry has a lot it can do in the middle base. For Chloe Box.
This one.
Yeah, it could try to go for that city at the bottom in 3 turns, but in 2 turns it can go for either the comm tower or that city in the middle. I feel like the comm tower is already, someone already has that job for that up top, so we'll see what Chloe does with that infantry.
I do think that Chloe's gonna need a tank over here. You have this tank pressure over here, right? So if maybe this tank would have been made over here, then it would have been a little bit better, I think. I'm not sure that she needed this other tank. I think it's mostly just to protect this guy, forcing Darthnoob to go backwards for this capture. So not even interrupting, not even going for this, going for these. But I think Darthnoob is comfortable in this. He is very, slow burn, positional, gets into a board that favors him. And we see like the difference in their playstyles, right? Like very different. Darthnoob and Chloe playing very differently already from the get-go. She definitely needs to base skip here. But you can't, unless you put this infantry over here in this road.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So now, wow, look at that. This tank covers both of these guys. That's crazy.
Advanced coverage, as you call it. It surprised me how I don't see a lot of people go for that. It looks like Chloe at the bottom is going for that chain capture with that infantry by the lab.
Oh yeah. She's gonna go backwards.
It can do that the next turn.
Wow, what a strange opening by Chloe. It's very interesting, and I think it's working out. Let's see if the base skip is not gonna, sting her back later. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised that there's like some players that would think that far infantry on the top is not protected by the tank at all, because its movement is not in the infantry range, even for that infantry on the city. But all it wants to do is just like protect where it's vulnerable, and that infantry is only vulnerable on the roadside. And Darthnoob acknowledges that, and so they decide to pull back here.
Yeah, but he also has to pull back and defend this infantry from this tank, because he made one down here. So this tank from Chloe is kind of putting a threat in many places. So he was forced to make a tank here to protect this infantry. Although she can get a free hit from over here. Not that it would do too much, but maybe it would secure her from getting the city. All in all, I'm liking Chloe Box's opening here. That's crazy. I don't think anyone has done this kind of opening, skipping this, rushing this.
Yeah, it's like Chloe Boxes, no pun intended, thinking outside the box. See, like if you're thinking, base skipping bad. These units are exposed, skipping. But no. But no, yeah, I have a friend that thinks base skipping is just a war crime. If I'm being honest with you. But I mean, sometimes a base skip might actually work out. In fact, I actually had a Global League game recently where I accidentally base skipped, but that meant that I got a tank out earlier and I was able to protect some of my units. And in the long run, maybe that's why she might have picked Olaf, because Olaf doesn't mind taking time. You know, if they're behind even a little bit, they could still come back using their power. So it might just be like, I have a later game CO. I could probably afford this kind of opening.
Oof. And now, I think this is totally fine by Darthnoob. Now the tank getting trapped. So the extra greed there from Chloe Box to get that little free hit. It is going to mean, I think she can go for a first strike here, but she's going to be fighting within one turn of the space. So she's not going to win that brawl. And even, look at Darthnoob coming back.
Right there.
This is crazy. He's going for this capture, and now she has to use this tank to stop that flip, attacking from a plains where he can attack back from this lab. I mean, it is from one base, one turn from this base, but looking tricky. Darthnoob finding his way around to come back, gonna set up a defense over here to defend this. I think it was looking nice for Chloe to try to get both of these mountain cities, but perhaps this one was too greedy, no?
Yeah.
So is she going to stop this capture to interrupt? Use the tank? I think you probably just interrupt this and then send the tank to attack the other tank. She's on a first strike.
No, are they going to first strike both tanks?
Ooh.
They are.
Wow.
And they're just going to completely let go of that capture.
I don't like when people do this, though. Okay.
Okay, so what is that? That is 700 to that. 700 gold to that tank and like 300 gold for that infantry.
Yeah, but not having a full health infantry to capture this is gonna hurt.
It can no longer protect that. But look at Chloe; they have an accumulation of tanks on their two base spot.
Base skipping again too.
They skipped again. Wow, Chloe's insane.
That is insane. I mean, is this gonna work out for Chloe in the end? The hyper greed worked out a little bit. I think this is not going to work out for her because that was like a 2-to-1 trade. Not good. This is maybe fine. So wow, it's going to pull back.
Yeah,
I think he's going to set up a defense here. Maybe even an attack onto this city since there was no tank. It's going to force a tank from Chloe over here to the top. Ooh, and the artillery to support this to maybe try to flip this or defend these two cities.
Exactly. Wow, whoa. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I gotta start watching these guys play more.
I mean, that's why we have this tournament, no?
This is a spicy game.
We get to watch these people play. It's amazing.
Yeah, especially watching with a live chat.
Yeah.
Who probably hates me now. I'm down for it.
The grim defamation.
I respect Grim as a CO. but it's more the player behind the CO.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm sorry.
This is going to be really nice for Darthnoob though. Look, boom, boom, gets another attack there. Okay, that I'm not very sure of, but he's going to be able to attack from the mountain again. The only thing is that he's not going to have a lot of infantry to cover the arty, right?
Yeah, no infantry to cover the arty, no infantry to capture the city in 2 turns. And wow, that is... You know, I noticed in this map there is a lot of like brawls that happen really, really closely to the to the bases there. Mm-hmm. Could we possibly Chloe save some money?
Oof. Going for the flip here.
A medium tank. Is a medium tank ever possible for Chloe as an option here?
Yeah, medium tank by here.
What are you gonna do with those other tanks? It's like there's not a lot of pretty terrain for them to attack through.
Yeah, not liking this position for Chloe now in this area. Very low unit count, tank
16
count.
16 to 24.
Yeah, there's just too many kills. I think this attack over here at the north that we were very excited about, not very favorable for Chloe. And now, okay,
what about the...
she's not going to interrupt the capture, so Darthnoob is going to be ahead on income next turn.
Yes.
And as the charge goes up, that's going to be massive. Because once those Winter Furies start rolling, although she has some counterplay, she's trying to get this flip over here. So maybe, and there you have the medium tank that you said. Okay.
All right, I kind of like this. One tank is probably going to die, that 5 HP tank, but that 5 HP tank on the city is actually going to be it might actually be okay, unless there's just way too many overwhelming units that just gets that double tank kill. But would those tanks want to risk being that close to a medium tank? Darthnoob cannot build their own medium tank unless they choose to base skip like Chloe has. They possibly could afford to do that because Chloe, from what I've seen, has base skipped twice already.
Yeah.
So it's very likely that Darthnoob may just be comfortable enough to base skip. That's going to get hit, and that infantry is going to hit.
Wow, he's going to take all the tanks, just lowering that unit count. And it's like,
and Darthnoob is going to take the lab as well.
Wow. And the medium tank on this side, it's not even as a response to his medium tank. I mean, it could in 2 turns, but this medium tank is going to shoot at 1 tank, but Darthnoob was able to clear like 3 tanks this turn. So even if this medium tank gets a free shot, like it was still favorable for Darthnoob.
Yeah, a Grim Girl, I'll explain what I mean by that later. But right now we're just... that artillery is... You can kill that 2 HP, but if you're going in for that artillery, you're exposing to yourself to that medium tank and possibly 2.5 other tanks.
And the global damage that is coming very soon. Like literally this turn or the next one, we're going to have Winter Fury. So you have to pick your fights correctly now.
All the losses that Chloe's been taking does get them slightly closer to their power, and that might be the comeback mechanic that they need. But in my personal opinion, it's just looking really, really dire for Chloe Box.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like that's a nice little shot, but
the best move. Oh, okay then. All right, there you go, Chloe.
Clear.
Find back a little bit.
But Darthnoob is gonna get this city, so that's gonna put him in the lead. And
if they get that city and Chloe Box doesn't see that they could go for that lab back there, that's going to be really scary.
Oh, I don't think that Darthnoob can get Winter Fury this turn. So I think Chloe might be the first one.
Well, could it be what she needs?
Maybe. Okay, he's going to start that couch actually. Oh, this is a deadly attack too. Like artillery over here, join these 2 infantries to have a full HP one. I don't think you even need it. You can just put that 9 HP. I don't think there's a way to clear.
Yeah.
Just gonna injure the infantry. Doesn't even go for the lab cap.
It doesn't go for the lab cap. Might not even be possible. Those infantry have better things to do. I think they're like, all right, we see enough forces on that bottom side for Chloe. We're just gonna swap over to the top and possibly waiting for it's getting awfully classy in here, says Semi. Indeed, it is getting classy.
Getting a free shot onto an infantry. I think this is a force that you have to respect. There's nothing that Chloe can do about this. I think Can you even do something about it? I think maybe you just have to go and attack this area, right? Like your counterplay is going to be not going to this, but try to mirror the damage and try to flip these properties instead of these.
Yes.
I don't think she can get Winter Fury.
So Chloe was able to secure their city up top at the very least, but that means that Darthnoob was also able to get the city at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
And she sent one infantry back because she does not want that lab to be dealt with. Another medium tank. And no base skipping this time at the very least.
No, but she joined tanks to get extra funds to be able to get that. She's like losing a lot of unit count, right? And crazy, they're respecting the others' Winter Fury so much. They're like positioning so far back. They're like, well, I don't want to get into a brawl in where the other one gets a Winter Fury onto me first. So they're respecting that a lot. He's probably gonna joint cap that.
Are we gonna see any tank sacks? I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think Darthnoob is just very comfortable. He has the income lead. He can deny Chloe from getting these. He would need a medium tank over here to stop this medium tank from wreaking havoc. Maybe an artillery. He's not going to have that, but he's also putting a threat here. Like he's not only ahead, he's also keeps putting more pressure. So Chloe has to send a tank and an infantry to stop this.
One small thing I do want to say, that at the bottom, that infantry standing by the forest, Darthnoob in the middle.
So?
That one standing by the forest, it actually protects that infantry that is behind the mountain, because the infantry behind the mountain can interrupt the capture of that neutral city. But it could have been hit by a tank, but because that infantry is there, not only could it threaten to interrupt that capture, but it also protects that other infantry behind the mountain. It's a cute little thing I noticed.
But now, and that's exactly what Chloe's going to do over here. And also having this infantry, the one that's finished these caps, is now going to be in range of this. But I don't really like it because this guy is going to first strike that. But I guess it's it has to either go into interrupt this or attack this guy. This is... I just kind of like Darthnoob position more. More unit count. Now we have another medium tank. I know Semi's going to be very happy about the amount of medium tanks we're seeing.
Semi is very happy, although... Hey, I know I already said that Grim comment, but should I make a medium tank comment or no? I'm just going to say... I'm not going to say...
Maybe wait for that next one.
I'm just catching smoke at this. I'm just catching... But
I think we might see the Winter Fury right here. Look at that! Look at that charge. That single tank attack is putting Darthnoob 300 charge away. So 100% goes for that first strike.
And there you go.
Boom,
there it is.
We have the Winter Fury. Another base hit by Chloe as well.
Yeah, and there's a copter coming from Darthnoob.
No anti-air build. He also got this flip this turn, so that's 18 to 15k difference. Darthnoob can start spamming medium tank double infantry. He can make copter tank infantry. He'll still have to pay for some repairs this next turn, as he's going to position some units in cities. Look at that. He's going to put this tank back there, this one over there, put the medium tank on the sea so it's healed up. Nothing that Chloe Box can do here. Look, 8 HP medium tank against another 8 HP next turn on a city with an artillery behind it.
If they can even get the charge to begin with.
I mean, I think for sure,
they
right?
Probably
it's not that much.
What is that? Oh, okay, that's like 1700.
It's crazy though that Darthnoob got the super first, being so ahead on value as well. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so now they got the counter super.
That's the counter super. The global damage is going to take that out.
This is no Black Storm, so we're not going to be having any healing.
She's going to try to capture these. I think she might get this one.
Yeah, she might actually get it. What about the blue city?
Finally, the anti-air response, but she cannot attack over here. This is an impenetrable force. Yeah,
and nothing's being okay, now that tank is being repaired, but that medium tank is not being repaired at all. Chloe's just trying to hopefully get that front shift going towards the bottom side.
And Darthnoob going to start pressuring this city now. Look at that.
They are right.
Joins to have a full
They
HP
are-
one for next turn, blocking with a single 1 HP infantry so that this guy doesn't injure this guy.
They are trying to reap the rewards right now. So that medium tank is probably good enough to start front shifting, and that 6 HP infantry in the back of Chloe's lab is just really trying to be annoying. But the lab isn't captured yet, so Chloe doesn't have to worry about it too much. I think for the backside, Chloe's just going to have to worry about all the cities that they're going to go through.
This copter is so annoying as well. No, it's right here in the middle. Look how many areas it can go to. This anti is not going to be able to chase it around. Like, do you send it down here to protect your medium tanks? Do you send it to the top? I think you have to send it down here. Like,
Or
she
buy
has to
another
flip
one.
these two things.
Or buy another one. But if they do that, then they can't afford an infantry if they buy a tank. They might have to join some units.
Yeah, our anti-artillery infantry. She does have 3 medium tanks, so at least she is outclassing Darthnoob, right? She has the style points.
There's artillery there. The classic little medium tank counters.
Gonna first check
Oh,
there.
you know what?
Ooh.
All right, I'm just gonna catch the smoke. I think neo tanks are better.
I mean,
I love you.
they are, right?
I love you.
They have better
I love
stats,
you, Semi.
but they
I
are more
love you,
expensive.
Semi, but they are more expensive. I love you, Semi, but I'm more of a neo tank kind of guy.
Is this a guaranteed flip, though, by Chloe?
Man, there's that medium tank can be attacked by 3 angles. Wait, how many points is that blue city capture?
4. You need 2
Okay.
attacks.
Yeah.
I think it
so
may be
that
guaranteed.
medium tank is going to be hit by 3 different sides, but it's not going to be like anything dangerous.
I think you can take it out, though. Copter, medium tank,
Copter,
tank.
medium tank, and that's an 8 HP medium tank
Right.
too,
I think you
and it's on
can.
a road.
I think that's exactly what he's gonna do. Medium tank. Wow, didn't even need the tank.
No, didn't even need. Yeah, exactly. Didn't even need the tank. Goes for the sack. And can he bring it down to 3?
Wow.
Oh my
Just
goodness!
enough damage to get down to 3. So it's not gonna go through, and now he's gonna also start capping this. Again, he has the lead on every count, but he still is gonna keep putting the pressure to try to guarantee.
Watch.
And that is also
Watch.
gonna be guaranteed. There's no way for Chloe to interrupt this capture.
No. Watch that artillery move near that medium tank, and then put a medium tank in that choke point.
Oof,
That-
yeah,
I would-
like
I
right
would,
here.
I would love to see that. Yeah, right there. So it can only be attacked from one side
And
instead of
artillery right here.
2. Artillery right there. Oh wow, another artillery. See, all the classy oh man, I really would have loved to see the other side. All the classy
Wow.
medium tanks. It's like we've only seen 1 air unit this game.
Yeah. And it's already at 7 HP.
Well, to be fair, it took Winter Fury.
Yeah.
Okay, so that anti-air cannot reach. Whoa.
Oh, fighting into the range of the artillery.
Whoa.
So we're gonna clear the medium tank, but fighting
in
within
range of the artillery. There's 2 artillery.
the artillery and this medium tank as well. It can wrap around and hit this one over here. This one can shoot it.
Exactly.
I think this is it. Like,
this is desperado here.
yeah, like it was not looking good for Chloe at all. But I think this is it. Like, this next turn by Darthnoob is just gonna seal the deal. I mean, good a run here by Chloe Box, but Darthnoob just showing that he's a master at live.
A dangerous son of a gun.
He's pretty low on time, right? He has like 2 minutes 40, but he can now commit so many mistakes and he'll still be ahead. Like, it's gonna be. He just has to completely blunder massively for Chloe to bring this back. She is gonna get that first. Second onto Fury, but the army difference is massive.
Chloe doesn't get any healing. This isn't a Black Storm.
Right, I mean, it's going to do global damage, but she has no medium tanks now left. So no response to this medium tank. Darthnoob just accumulating artillery as well. So he's going to be able to clear this, start putting some pressure on this city, maybe even the lab next turn, hell, even the base, maybe, in a few turns.
Okay.
Here comes...
Okay, if there's anyone that has... If there's any advantage that Chloe has, it's time.
Yeah.
You know? Chloe can afford to take a couple minutes while Darthnoob is just going to have to swing or adapt on the fly here.
I just don't think that she can bring it back. Like
19 to 15.
She's had a good fight, but
that's not a guaranteed cap at the bottom. There's a Winter Fury that could just say no.
Exactly.
And that medium tank is in range of artillery, so might not even need to shoot the medium tank. Shoot that 8 HP tank. Or it's going to be a 6 HP tank after the power.
The poor Copters has been hit by double Winter Furies.
Hey, that Copter's a soldier, okay?
It's flying through the winters.
It clearly doesn't live in southern United States.
Gonna finish off. Whoa!
Oh no, that actually.
Wow!
Wait, no. I think that was already low, so it was like at like 0.1 HP.
Exactly.
So, but you could just blow on it and it would have fallen over. That is a huge loss.
The style points there, just taking out your 1 HP medium tank with a 1 HP tank. That was funny. Even this one, wow!
Even at what point does something optimal just start to become disrespectful?
And this is like a roll, because I'm pretty sure this is like 0 to 1%. So this was a roll to kill it, to do that 1 HP.
Oh, roll. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, it doesn't kill. Winter Fury global damage doesn't kill anything. It just puts them down to like the lowest possible point of survival. And wow, using the anti-air too, because that Copter is only at 4 HP, and now Chloe has their own Copter and a medium tank. So would Darthnoob have to pull back on that side? I mean, I feel like they're already so far ahead. They just need to hold what properties they have now.
Yeah, it's just I think Chloe Box at this point knows she's lost, but she doesn't resign very quickly. She likes to really take it to the limit. We've seen it before in their previous match, Darthnoob against Chloe, trying to go for some big Hail Marys, but I think that's what she's doing. Just gonna take it to the limit.
I absolutely respect that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had several games myself where I wanted to resign, and then I'm just like, wait, I won this game? What? Really?
Yeah, but at a certain level, that's just at the high level, top level, even it's like once the advantage is big enough, you can't really rely on them making mistakes, right? Or big enough of a mistake.
That tank lives at 1 HP, but there would have been no follow-up.
It's just
day 19. What's the day limit again?
25.
20. Okay, it was like 25 or 30. It's one of those two.
Just winning at the top.
That artillery there.
Winning at the bottom. That Copter is not gonna get taken out, but he'll have an anti next turn. This Copter has been through everything. This Copter, you said he was a soldier, like he literally gone.
Does that thing have?
It's still alive. It's still shooting at things at freaking 3 HP.
I want to know the exact number of health that it has. In Tiny Wars, it actually shows you the health from 0 to 100. That thing's probably at like 31 or something, or 29, one of the two.
Oh, Chloe still is gonna keep fighting on.
Okay, wait, hold on. That's a good hit. But it doesn't deal with that other. Yeah, GG's.
But she realizes that it's not gonna be enough. She does have 12 to 22 units. She does have the time. That's the only advantage that she had. But at this point, the income disadvantage, the tempo in general, she was losing here. I think Darthnoob could also flip this city in a few turns. There was just no way that she could flip enough properties to bring the game back.
Yeah. To give Chloe some credit, the opening that they went for probably would have caught many other players off guard.
I think that opening by Chloe was so good. It was so solid. It did come at an expense, but this right here, this turn was beautiful. Everything was covered. She got this city. She had denied this city. Perhaps this tank could have been made here, but even then, this was still looking good. I think this turn is where she got a little bit too greedy, where she went for that hit here, and this capture that wasn't really going to go through. Like, you know, this is going to sacrifice here, and then these infantry are going to be in range to keep interrupting. So I think maybe Chloe could have been a little bit more patient over here, save this infantry, save this tank, and then deny the city with an artillery, something like that, because she was doing so well. But man,
they just what Chloe did at the top would keep them even, but trying to go for that city at the bottom, their tank got trapped, and unfortunately that is it just started to kind of snowball from there, because that tank is trapped. It's going to get hit by another tank, and that infantry is probably going to die. They're just going to start losing units and momentum at this point, and they already base skipped, so it's just going to like slowly snowball, no pun intended, out of Glowbox's hands.
Yeah, even if you consider like these two units of Chloe would have stayed back, this infantry could have been in range to interrupt this capture, so she didn't have to interrupt this own capture, which stayed neutral for like the rest of the game. And she could have this tank as well to put some pressure. So those two units in the very beginning, like she did go for those first strikes, but losing that tank hurts. This was kind of fine, but starting to lose unit count in this area was not very good.
But with Glowbox's opening, if she hadn't gone for that city at the bottom, she would have gone even in income. Maybe they didn't want to do that, but being even is better than losing 2 units.
I think she would be ahead, because she could keep this city denied by having an infantry here and kind of interrupting from the mountain.
Because she had artillery can sit on that forest.
Exactly. Oof. But
that is
great effort by Chloe there. Both games against Darthnoob were bangers for sure. But Darthnoob just being like, no, even after odd starts, or like being a little bit off on the start by Darthnoob, getting caught off guard by these weird openings by Chloe, which props to her for coming with these like non-meta openings. And yeah, just proving that he is definitely one of the top live players, I think. So this puts him guaranteed in the main event, because he beat Poland in the set, and now he's beaten Chloe 2-0. So he's guaranteed, he's now in the main event. It's going to be now up to Chloe and Poland, their set. Whoever wins that set will be the second person in the main event, and the other one will be out.